Hello, YouTube fans. This is Let's Go Home right here, grounded with nature, grounded, with just grounded, literally with nature and shit. Oh, I want to talk about something. The plane to the what is it? Plane ride to hell. This is the whole thing about with WWE and all that, and some wrestlers and all that shit. Look, this is a YouTube page that talks about enlightenment and spiritual stuff, right? So obviously, if you don't care for me talking about the truth of what really the plane ride to hell really is, or what it probably is, then this video ain't for you. If you don't want to find that out, I'm not gonna mock you or tell you that you're stupid or it's just regular wrestling fans being idiots. I'm not gonna do that. But what I am gonna do is that tell you guys and make you question about that plane ride from hell. First question I should tell you: why do they call it the plane ride from hell? Seriously, why do they call it the plane ride from hell? If these wrestlers supposedly had a good time, or they got drunk and got fucked up, so that's why they called it the plane ride to hell. If you understand and understand what type of world we live in, we don't live in a world that they fucking want to advertise here, people. Yes, they advertise a world that's like, hey, you want to go to college, you got to go to school, you got to get that picket fence, got to get that hot wife, hot man, get that dog. It's that type of shit. And most people be like, aren't we past that? Isn't that type of like 60s and 50s type shit? It is. But these motherfuckers, these government officials still want to push that agenda, even though right now mostly everyone knows around here that the freaking American dream is the fake. The American dream has always been fake. It's bullshit. What's the American dream? There's immigrants that come to this country because they hear about the American dream. You know what that dream is? Is that from their country they get the right to talk, basically freedom and shit like that. To them, that's freedom. That's why you have a lot of immigrants that want to come over here. Not just for that, but, opportunities for jobs and shit like that. But, moving on, when you hear stories about stuff like this, about with wrestlers and everything like that, look, I've already made YouTube videos saying that WWE is going to get exposed, but what happened with Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero, they're going to get exposed. The whole wrestling world will never be the same again. Chris Jericho's fucked. Chris Jericho's fucked. Vicky Guerrero's fucked. And so is, Chavo Guerrero is fucked, and so is his dad. Those people are fucked. And Rey Mysterio. Those people are fucked. Like, they're literally screwed. Because they know what really happened to Eddie and Chris Benoit. They know. They really do truly know. And they don't want to tell people. Because those are and even for crying out loud, look, there's a video that the Insane Clown Posse made, and it's called Chris Benoit. Look at that video, man. You mean to tell me this man dies, and then they make a music video about him? There's a whole story about Chris Benoit and the Insane Clown Posse with that, because Chris Benoit, sorry. There's a whole thing with Chris Benoit and the Insane Clown Posse. They like butted heads and shit like that, and that's one of the reasons why he got killed and shit like that, or other things like that. Because they claim, from what the stories I've been, from what I've heard, the stories I've been hearing and shit like that, and all of this was in a YouTube video that I wanted to show people and shit like that. But that YouTube channel, I don't know what happened to that YouTube channel. I can't find that video anymore. That video is gone. That video is probably gone. If I ever do find it, or someone that looks at my video has it and tells me, yo, I know what you're talking about, then, send me a link to it and shit like that. But again, going back, the first question you guys should pay attention to is that why they call it the plane ride to hell. It's like that song, I'm on the highway to hell. You got to pay attention to all of this stuff that's around you, people. For real. Because look, We technically, this planet is beautiful, you know, but we live in hell. There's no such thing as heaven or hell the way that they want to teach you in the Bible. There's no such thing as that. We already live in hell. Paying for rent every fucking month, that's hell. Can't you go to Antarctica? No. Okay, then that's hell. You can't go wherever you want to. And then there's need to be rules applied to you saying that you can't go here, even though it just has a sign that says no trespassing. And then you'd be like, why I can't trespass here? Oh, just because. They don't even want you to question that. They'd be like, no, why you don't want me to pass through? Oh, just because. No, there's no just because when you're questioning. There's a reason why you want no one to go through there. See, that's what happens when people think. When people think, they'll be like, no, there's a reason why you don't want me to go over there. Why is that? That's when people start questioning. You know? So that's why when Eddie and Chris Benoit died, I questioned a lot of shit with WWE. And I found out a lot of shit about this company. That's so fucking disturbing and so fucking disgusting and sick. I'm watching Just Alex's video about the whole thing about, the plane ride to hell with Ric Flair and everything like that, and Tommy Dreamer's freaking response to it and shit like that. Look, I've said this before and I'll say it again. These wrestlers are going to get exposed whether you like it or not. And it's already happening right now. People think that this is the worst thing that's happened. And it's not. And it's not. This is literally Teletubbies compared to what the world and the masses of people are going to find out about the truth of what happened to Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero. And I guarantee you this, WWE, someone commented on, someone sent an email, not an email, but someone sent a little message to Just Alex saying that Vince McMahon is going to get canceled. And he's like, no, I doubt Vince will get canceled. What are you talking about? You doubt. Don't doubt, brother. Don't you doubt that motherfucking piece of shit is not going to get canceled. Yes, he is. He's going to get exposed for what he is. For crying out loud, already, he's been exposed multiple times. For crying out loud, he was also in the fucking, plane ride to hell. And while that shit was happening, he was there. What was he doing? Nothing. Jim Ross had to do a whole bunch of shit. And even Jim Ross is a sellout. You know the time when he got that fucking bad eye? And he had one right here too? And then, it was a skiing accident or a biking accident. You felt quite an accident? That shit's fucking bad on you. Who punched you? Who kicked your ass? Seriously, man. Because I guarantee you, if I had a fucking black eye in both eyes and I told you, I tripped and fell, would you believe me? No, you fucking would. You want to say you're a lying piece of shit. Then people would have questioned if I did adrenochrome or not. Because that's what these celebrities do. That's what these fucking WWE officials do. This is what these wrestlers do. When they have fucking like a cut here or the eyes fucking, red here or anything, like just their eyes getting black and white. I mean, black and blue and shit. Or bloody. So disgusting. Like, you could tell when someone gets punched in the eye. Look at a picture of someone getting punched in the eye and look at a picture of someone actually injecting blood of children in their eye. That's how they got that puffiness, and that's how they get the little thing around their eyes, the quote-unquote panda eyes. They make themselves get panda eyes because they do that to children. And this is not a joke. This is real. The reason I'm talking about this the way WWE is because you look at their wrestlers and they all of them have sold out. John Cena, The Rock, Ric Flair, his freaking daughter, which is his son. Where's his daughter? He had to sacrifice his daughter so his son can be a woman. Or, better yet, his son had to sacrifice his freaking gender to become a woman. And then they said, he died. Yeah, he died. But remember, there's no such thing as death. Death is an illusion. Okay? The body might be there, but where's the soul? The soul went out there. It traveled. It went to another dimension. Or if it got sacrificed, it's stuck in this dimension and it's pissed off and enraged. That's what happens when they do blood sacrifices. those people don't move on. They stay in this planet, and that's why people get pissed. That's why you feel the rage in some people, or see in some people, because there's beings in this planet that are pure fucking evil. It was never supposed to be like that. It was never meant to be that way. All right? Because you gotta understand and understand, guys, that we live in a world filled with, there's good people and bad people in this planet, in this world. And most people will be like, oh yeah, of course. But they would never have in their head that there are certain type of people in this world that don't look like you and me. They might wear this body. That's why they made the Men in Black movie. They made the Men in Black movie to tell you that there was people walking around here that are wearing skin suits. Freaking bodies of meat. Then when they go home and they put that shit on their shelves and shit, they look like something else. Most people might say a reptile, probably. Some of them might not even look like that. Some of them might look like something else. Okay? And all you freaking wrestlers have, if they ever want to become famous, to, reach that brass ring, basically, they're gonna have to do certain things that go over their moral code. What do you think sometimes when they grab that brass ring and WWE just kicks them down and smacks them? Because they think they don't deserve it, obviously, but also at the same time, they have to do certain things to do it. And the thing is too, even if you do it, they still want to accept you for what it is, because WWE is a little small group, small family. Remember, this is the McMahon family. So imagine the McMahon family working with the Rothschilds. I won't be surprised if they're fucking best friends with them. I won't be surprised if they're sleeping in bed with them. Look, guys, I want to say this right now. Stephanie McMahon, look at her name. Look at her name, McMahon, the last name McMahon. Cut that into pieces. I'm not joking with you. I wish I was joking with you. I wish I was. If I was joking with you, I wouldn't make no videos like this before. I would never make videos like this at all. Okay? But break down Stephanie McMahon's last name. Break it down. McMahon. Break it down and put it together and tell me it does not say, just look at the word McMahon and tell me it does not say macho man and macho man's penis. So Vince McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, Shane McMahon, and Linda McMahon all have those names that literally said macho man's penis. So what does that mean? So break it down. I'm not making this shit up, guys. If you want me to do a video and break down the world for you because there's some fucking idiots out here, then I'll do it. I'll do it. But I want you to go out of your way to do it yourself, because that proves that doesn't prove everything about WWE, but it proves a little bit something between Macho Man Randy Savage and Stephanie McMahon. They did end up together, right? And she's still in love with Macho Man Randy Savage. If she wasn't, she would have changed her name to what Triple H's last name was. Her name is still called McMahon. She's still known as Stephanie McMahon. She also wants to be called McMahon. Look at Triple H's last name. Paul something. How come she doesn't take his last name? And how come, and if she did, how come in the wrestling business, she doesn't use that name? Just Stephanie McMahon. Just McMahon. And look, they always want to, like the time that Vince got punched in the face by Bret Hart, that shit was fake. I thought it was real. Some of the stuff that I thought WWE wasn't, I found out that they were.